since I started doing this, I don't once think I was angry. I've always been accepting and worried or stressed or happy, or depending on the situation, depending on the week, it's been fine. But for some reason this week I feel really angry, and I feel like having a little bit of a rant, if I'm honest. I'm so confused about the lack of rules, or the new rules that no one seems to understand or have a reason why. Like the quarantine for flying only coming in for today. Why wasn't that done before? Our businesses are closed. We're sitting here waiting and waiting, losing money every day. But apparently we've been allowed to fly until today without a quarantine, which really frustrates me. And then you see what the rules around that are, and it's that you're in quarantine for 14 days, but you're allowed to go to the shops and you're allowed to go on public transport. But that's all I'm allowed to do. So that one confuses me. And then with wearing masks on buses only from the 15th, that's really frustrating as well, because why haven't we been doing that before? I understand if there was a shortage of PPE, and obviously the NHS needs it first, but it's been a long time now. Surely that should have come in a little bit sooner. My third rant is about, I wasn't angry about this before because I thought that, the government was doing everything that they can, but now that we're starting to feel it, our third pub, which has a rateable value of over 51,000, doesn't qualify for any grants. So now I've just had to make a manager redundant, which is, we have more expenses than little pubs. I'm not saying we deserve it more, but we also have expenses and we employ more people. So now is when it's starting to hit, and it's just so frustrating because I know the BII and the Morning Advertiser are doing so much hard work to try and get us those grants, but I just feel like it's not coming. And we're going to start struggling more and more. Electric bills are still coming in. We've still got suppliers who won't end their contracts. So it's just really frustrating. And even though I've had a good week, mentally and personally, I'm just getting really frustrated with the miscommunication and the misinformation that we're receiving, especially with the media. Like I said last week, we've settled on opening the Pig and Whistle for the 12th of August. We were comfortable with our decision. Young's Managed House announced that they were doing theirs 3rd and 4th of August, which was great because it gives us a few days after them to check out what's happening and, how it's going to be, and we can sort of take hints and tips from them going forward, which will be super helpful. But then today I opened the news and it says that now pub gardens can maybe open the 22nd of June because Boris wants to push it forward. But it's just so frustrating because we don't know who to believe, and we're not getting any information as publicans directly from where it should be coming from. We did another Slybeast tap takeover yesterday, even though the weather was terrible, and it went really well. But so many customers are asking me for information and when are we opening and what's happening and how is it going to look. And they're quite shocked when I tell them that I get the information that they get. I think they think we might have a direct line to somebody, which obviously we don't. And it's just really frustrating because if I feel sorry for the pubs who have big gardens and want to open on the 22nd of June, if that is true. But then how are they going to know how to open? It's the 8th of June today. That is not a long time to get ready and organise and take advantage of an earlier opening time, if that's even the case. It's just putting us in a situation where I know everyone's doing their best, but it's just become more and more frustrating, and there's more and more people outside, and people we walked through the park to get to the Pig and Whistle, and you literally had to dodge picnic blankets because there were so many people out there not doing social distancing, because they're bored, because they don't have gardens, because they're sick of it. And it's fair enough. But if they can do that, why can't I open my pub? Why can't we make sure we're not going to go bankrupt? So sorry, that was a little bit of a rant today. Hopefully the weather's going to start improving for the week because it does look a little bit miserable. And maybe that's why I feel a little bit ranty today, to be honest. But yeah, I'm hoping that I'm going to listen to the speech tonight, and then hopefully we can get some clarification of what's been in the press over the weekend and this morning, and maybe going forward we will have a little bit more clarity. So I'm going to try and be a little hopeful.